Nobody expected an 18-year-old to run 19.67 seconds and become the first Australian to break the 20-second barrier in history. But it happened. And the craziest part is not the record. The craziest part is what Gout Gout did right after. He walked straight up to the world's fastest man and told him something so bold that it sent shockwaves through the entire sport. Here is exactly what he said. Let's get one thing straight first. Gout Gout is not just some promising teenager people are hyping up for no reason. This kid broke Usain Bolt's under 1.6200 world record, a record that Bolt set in 2002. A record that survived for over 20 years. Gone. Just like that. Then he ran the 200 in 20.04 seconds. Then 20.02 seconds. Then earlier this year, at the Senior Australian Championships, he crossed the line in 19.67 seconds. Let that sink in. Usain Bolt, the greatest sprinter who ever lived, ran 19.93 seconds at 17 years old in 2004. That was considered a miracle. Gout Gout just beat that time as a teenager, and the 19.67 is pending ratification as the new under 2.0 world record. He is also the first Australian in history to break the 2.0 second barrier in the 200 m. A Spanish sprint coach named Pau Fradera studied both runners and said something that stopped everyone cold. He said Gout Gout is technically more efficient than Bolt was at the same age, more controlled, better form. So yes, this kid is real. Now remember the title, Gout Gout just sent a bold message to Noah Lyles. Here is exactly what happened. Adidas, who signed Gout Gout before his 17th birthday, flew him to Florida to train with Noah Lyles. Same facility, same coach, Lance Brahman. Side by side, most teenagers would walk in quietly, keep their head down, and just be grateful to be in the room with an Olympic champion. Not Gout Gout. He sat down on Noah Lyles' own podcast, Beyond the Records, with Lyles sitting right next to him, and said this word for word. I am trying to show you what's up. I am trying to come out with a bang, and he didn't stop there. Whatever I've got to do to show Noah I am coming for that spot, I will do. Deep down, I'm trying to get a medal for sure, be in that final, and be running up Noah or trying to chase Noah down. He said this to Noah Lyles, to his face, on his podcast. Lyles replied, "That's what I love to hear. But here is the cliffhanger you need to remember." Lyles said that before he knew what Gout Gout was really capable of, because what came next changed everything. While everyone was talking about Gout Gout in the 100 m and 200 m, he quietly showed up to a 400 m race in Brisbane. Nobody expected much. The 400 m is a completely different event. It destroys sprinters who aren't ready for it. Gout ran 46.2 seconds. Noah Lyles' personal best in the 400 m is 45.4 weight. Actually, Lyles' PB is around 45 seconds, but Gout ran faster than what many expected for his age. To put this in perspective, fewer than 140 athletes in history have ever run a fast 400 m at any age, and Gout did it at 17. He became only the 7th under 2.0 athlete ever to do it. Noah Lyles ran his first strong 400 m much later in his career. Gout Gout is 18. This is the part where people stopped laughing at the comparisons and started paying attention. Remember, this is the same kid who walked into Noah Lyles' training camp and told him to his face, "I'm coming for your spot." Now you understand why that message hit different. Now here is where the story gets really interesting. Usain Bolt has been watching all of this, and he spoke up. Bolt told CNN Sports in Geneva that Gout Gout is a massive young talent, and he hopes he finds the right people. But then Bolt said something that nobody expected from a man who usually stays positive. He gave a warning. Bolt said, "At that young age, because I was there, you start getting pulled left and right, and then you forget track and field." He added, "Hopefully he has the right set of people who actually help to guide him and keep him focused, because if you mess up in track and field, it all goes away." And then Bolt dropped the most important line of all. "I remember coming out of high school, going on the circuit. I felt like I was on top of the world. When I got on the circuit, I didn't win one race." Usain Bolt didn't win one race. The man who went on to win 8 Olympic gold medals. The man who holds the 100 m and 200 m world records to this day. When he first turned professional, he lost every single race. Bolt said he hopes this reality check does not get Gout Gout down, but instead pushes him to work harder. Now here is something most people missed. While Gout Gout is walking around with all this confidence, he quietly admitted his biggest weakness. On Foxtel's The Back Page, he said, "Some of it is definitely physical. I'm still a teenager and haven't grown into my body yet. Still getting my grown man's strength, as Noah would say." He is acknowledging that his body is not fully developed. He does not have a professional sprinter's muscle base yet. His start off the blocks still needs work. His power in the first 30 meters is not where it needs to be. And this is exactly what Bolt was warning about. Because at the World Championships in Tokyo, Gout Gout will not be racing against age group kids. He will be on the start line with Noah Lyles, Letsile Tebogo, Kenny Bednarek, and Jarnell Hughes. These are fully grown, fully developed, battle-tested athletes who have run in Olympic finals. The question is not whether Gout Gout has the talent. Everyone agrees he does. The question is whether the talent alone is enough right now. This is the bold message Gout Gout sent to Noah Lyles. Not just the words he said on the podcast, but showing up at his training camp, running times nobody his age has run, and putting himself on a collision course with the best in the world at 18 years old. Here is the part that tells you everything about this kid's mindset. When people kept calling him the next Usain Bolt, he pushed back. Not because it upset him, but because of what he said instead. "I'm trying to be the next Gout Gout. I want to make my name as big as his. I want people younger to say, 'You're going to be the next Gout Gout.'" He is not chasing Bolt's legacy. He is building his own. His manager, James Templeton, has actually been telling media for 18 months to stop making the Bolt comparison. Not because Gout Gout can't handle it, but because he wants the world to see him as his own athlete. Think about that for a second. Most teenagers would love that comparison. Most teenagers would use it to get followers, get attention, get sponsorships. Gout Gout is actively running away from it, because in his mind, being the next somebody is still second place. And second place is not where he lives. Gout Gout already has his sights locked on the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles and the 2032 games after that. He said Tokyo this year is about learning, about getting to that final, about chasing Noah down on the biggest stage. But here is what most people are missing about Tokyo. Gout Gout is not going there just to participate. He is going there to send another message. Every race he runs is a message. Every time he crosses that finish line before someone expected him to, it is a message. And the messages are getting louder every single month. Here is where we land. Gout Gout trained with Noah Lyles. He told Lyles to his face he is coming for his spot. He then ran times that shocked the entire sport. Usain Bolt, the only person who has ever been through something like this, warned him that the pros will humble him fast. Now they are heading to the World Championships in Tokyo. Same track, same race, same finish line. The kid who said, "I'm coming for your spot," versus the man who currently owns it. Bolt lost every race when he first turned pro, but he also went on to become the greatest sprinter in history. So the real question is not whether Gout Gout is good enough. The real question is, what happens when this one, 8-year-old, with a fully grown man's ambition, finally gets the fully grown man's strength to match it? Because based on everything we have seen so far, that day is not far away. And Noah Lyles knows it.